Hello there. In today's video I'm going to take a look at carers leave in Irish law. Carers leave is something that comes up from time to time, and it can create or cause some difficulty both for the employer and employee, and hopefully this video might help in clarifying exactly what's involved in the legal entitlement, the statutory entitlement to carers leave in Irish law. So first thing you need to understand is that the relevant legislation is the Carers Leave Act of 2001. What's involved? Well, essentially employees are allowed to leave their employment temporarily to provide full-time care for someone in need of full-time care and attention. And the leave can range from 13 weeks to 104 weeks, that's 2 years. It's unpaid leave, and your job, if you're an employee, must be kept open for you. From a social welfare perspective, you may be entitled to carers benefit, or you may be entitled to carers allowance. This will depend on your PRSI contributions in your job. The rules then, well, you must have worked continuously for at least 12 months in your current employment, and Department of Employment Affairs and Social Protection must approve your application. So there's going to be an application to the Department of Social Protection. The person that you'll be caring for must be so disabled that they need continuous supervision and frequent assistance throughout the day in connection with their normal personal needs. For example, assistance to eat, drink, wash or dress. Also, the continuous supervision must be in order to avoid being a danger to themselves. The person does not have to be a family member, so you could actually do it for a friend or a colleague or a neighbour. The procedure in relation to taking the leave: you can apply to take carers leave in one continuous period of 104 weeks or for a number of periods not exceeding a total of 104 weeks. If you do not take the leave in one continuous period, there must be a gap of at least 6 weeks between each period of carers leave, and you must give your employer at least 6 weeks notice of your intention to take carers leave. You and your employer must prepare and sign a document which confirms this arrangement at least 2 weeks before you begin your carers leave, and it must include the date when you wish to start your leave, the duration of the leave, and the form in which your leave will be taken. Your employer retains this document but must give a copy of it to you. In terms of working on carers leave, you can work for up to 15 hours a week while you're on carers leave, provided your income from employment or self-employment is less than a weekly income limit of €332.50 take-home pay. That's take-home, or a net figure. Alternatively, you can attend an educational training course or take up voluntary work for a maximum of 15 hours per week. You must give your employer written notice of your intention to return to work at least 4 weeks before you intend returning to work, and you will be treated as if you were in work during carers leave. So the time of your carers leave, that period, is counted as continuous employment. You're only entitled to annual leave and public holidays for the first 13 weeks of carers leave. You may not be dismissed or victimised for taking carers leave or proposing to take it. You need to make an application in the first instance to the Department of Employment Affairs and Social Protection. As I've said, you make the application on a carer's benefit form, and it's for approval that the person in question needs care. So the family doctor of the person you'll be caring for will need to complete part of the application form and certify that they will require the care or are in need of the care in accordance with the legislation. At least 6 weeks before you propose to take the carers leave from employment, you must make a formal application to your employer for this leave, and we've already had a look at that. So your first step is with the Department of Social Protection, and then you need to let your employer know what the situation is and agree the document with the employer, agree when the leave will start and how long it will last for, and so on. The application to the employer then must state that you propose to take this leave under the Carers Leave Act of 2001, commencing on a specific date. It must set out the way in which you intend to take this leave. For example, is it going to be in one continuous block or in a series of blocks? It's going to confirm that you've applied to the Department of Social Protection for a decision confirming that the person you'll be caring for needs this care and is a qualifying person. Any disputes in relation to your entitlement under the Carers Leave Act should be referred to the Workplace Relations Commission within 6 months of the dispute. My name is Terry Gorry. As you can see on the screen, there are my contact details. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, you might give it a thumbs up down below, and if you've any interest in this area, or indeed in Irish law or in Irish business, you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. If so, hit the button down below. There's a subscribe button there somewhere, and thank you for watching.